In this video, you'll hear me mention how the Disney parks aren't my favorite, but this experience may have changed my mind.
Yo, hey, welcome back to Fitness and Beer. You're on with Larry Powell, and today we went ahead and pulled the trigger. We are actually at a Disney park. We're about to go in Epcot. So real quick, my daughters are 5 and 8 years old, and also we have my mother-in-law with us, so we have someone in a wheelchair. We've gotten here early to basically try to take advantage of the park before it gets too crowded. Let's see how this goes.
For this trip, we had the honor of bringing my 80-year-old mother-in-law, and the girls couldn't have been more excited than to have their Grammy along for the fun. As a result, we got to see an aspect of the park that Disney does really well, accessibility. I didn't have great expectations, but this visit to Epcot may have even calmed the skeptic in me and forced me to admit that even I captured a little bit of that Disney magic feeling.
Okay, so if you know anything about me, you would also know that I'm not the biggest fan of the Disney parks. And it's not that I don't think they're cool, because I definitely think they're cool. I just think that generally they're overpriced and overcrowded, and you don't really get to participate in that many activities for the amount of dollars that you put in. However, like, Disney is the best at theming, and so we had to bring our girls here. So here we are at Epcot. We're here first thing in the morning before the rope drops, and we got here early in order to try to get the most value out of the park. Let's see how it goes. I think we're gonna head first to the Frozen ride because, well, like I said, my daughters are 5 and 8. Let's do this.
We successfully navigated our way through the Stampede to our first ride.
Okay, so the rope dropped and we made our way straight to the Frozen line, which is already a 65 to 75 minute wait. And guys, we didn't hesitate, we didn't pause, but I mean, we were far enough back in the crowd, but we just dashed straight here, and already off the top of the day, we gotta wait an hour. See what I mean about these parks? I'm not a huge fan. But you know what? Let's be positive.
And we were off, as we decided to wait for Frozen and undertake our first long wait of the day.
Okay, so the family's having an awesome time waiting in line for the Frozen ride, but we're doing this ride, damn it.
There were these neat sculptures of Anna and Elsa that were made from shrubbery, so fortunately, the wait was made better by some cool visuals along the way. It's little touches like this that make Disney truly special. And finally, after every bit of a 70-minute wait, we finally found ourselves on deck. We all enjoyed the Frozen ride, which I thought was a neat experience that had a few surprises along the way. And I also thought the nostalgia from this ride did justice to the film.
Okay, so we had a chance to do the Frozen ride, and it was okay. I don't necessarily know if it's worth the wait, and now we're trying another boat ride in the Three Caballeros.
Next, we headed over to the Mexico section of the park, where the Grand Fiesta Tour only had like a 25-minute wait or so we decided to ride. This ride worked out great for us because it was one of many rides that didn't require transferring out of the wheelchair, and it made it easy for us to access since the entire chair could board. And overall, it wasn't a bad way to pass the time.
Okay, so we've been in the park for about 2 hours. We got here at rope drop, and we've actually done 2 rides, so not terrible. And well, I found a margarita in Mexico land here. Let's move on.
All right.
This was a great day for meeting the characters, starting with a spontaneous meet and greet with Pluto himself. And of course, we had to ride the big golf ball thingy, so we made our way over to Spaceship Earth. Once again, this worked out great for us because upon a cast member noticing that we required the accessible lane, they signed us up for a virtual queue. So we really didn't have to wait in line at all.
Dory, come up here with me.
That's fine. I'm right here, kid. Okay, so I'm sitting in the cart or whatever to go through Spaceship Earth. Fortunately for us, I got to give Disney props because an attendant walked up to us. Instead, they gave us like a time to come back, so we didn't actually have to stand in line. And this is our third ride of the day. Ooh, third ride of the day? Third. And yeah, so far it's been a pretty good, productive day for a Disney day especially.
Spaceship Earth is classic and has been around since I was a kid. It's an interesting retrospective on the history of human technology and communication. I really never tire of this ride. Next, we were on to the seas with Nemo and friends. And once again, this ride didn't require a transfer from the wheelchair. The Seas was another well-executed visual adventure wherein the nostalgia from the ride represented the movie all too well.
Nemo! Where are you, Nemo?
Who's Nemo?
He's my son.
You
know that.
I do.
We went on a human. Stop playing games.
Games?
And from the Nemo ride to the Turtle Talk show, which is an okay activity if you're passing through at the right time.
So totally radical. Oh, that was awesome.
Okay, so far we've had a pretty productive day. I don't even know if this audio will take because it's kind of loud in here, but now we've stopped by St. Angelo's in the Mexico section, and we're gonna try to get something to eat. So it doesn't seem like the wait is too bad, and yeah, I'm actually surprised. We've been more successful than what I would have thought.
San Angel Inn had a cool Aztec decor and seems to always end up being the restaurant that we dine at when visiting this park. However, no complaints here, the food and drink were good. Then we were on to a character photo op with the man, or maybe I should say mouse in this case. Nevertheless, there's not much better than a chance to get a photo with Mickey while visiting a Disney park.
So here we are at the Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival. You know, we've had a good day. We took a moment to get something to eat. And so now it's about 4:15. So we've been in the park since 9 a.m. and that makes about, oh wait, hold up. Let me do my math, So we've been in the park a little over 7 hours. And I gotta say, it's been better than I anticipated. Still, no love affair with Disney, but today we've been able to navigate the park and spend much of our time in actual activities.
The film festival was awesome, and from there, we hopped over to the Imagination Institute, which had another short wait of 15 to 20 minutes. The Imagination Institute is another Disney-style visual adventure, and we were all able to enjoy without any obstacles, as once again, access was great. And I have to credit Disney that during this entire day, we were able to enjoy every single ride that we wanted to ride and could get to together as a family. Now, important note, Grammy was able to transfer when required, but if someone in your party does not have the ability to do so, there's still enough rides in the park that don't require a transfer to make a day in the park still worth it. Next, we waited for Soaring, the flight simulator ride. We've done this activity before, but I think Epcot's version of a flight simulator is my favorite.
Okay, so thus far we've had a great time at Epcot in spite of my beef with Disney parks. And one thing that I have to mention is that as far as having a person with us that needs accessible facilities, I gotta say the staff here at Disney and the accessibility on the rides themselves has been excellent. So we've been able to do a lot in spite of, it doesn't feel like we have any hangups. And yeah, so we're enjoying ourselves. Let's move on.
Then we were on to the Living with the Land boat ride, which may have been my favorite ride of the day. It's not the most exciting ride, but it's long, and we all found the subject matter interesting. It's kind of like a ride and an ecological lesson rolled into one.
Okay, so we did the flight simulator thing, and we've been in the park since 9 a.m., and it's well after 6 now, so we're headed on to 9 hours in the park, and quite honestly, I've had a really good time. We've had a reasonable amount of time in activities as opposed to waiting in line, and I really don't know if you could ask for anything better. So, did you have a good time?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
Everything.
There it is, folks. Okay, even though we've had an awesome day in Epcot, we made our way over to the Ratatouille ride, and it's nearly a 3-hour wait. So we're not gonna make that one happen today, but still, nothing lost. We've had a great time. We got like a beautiful sunset happening behind us. And yeah, I'm actually thinking about recommending a Disney park. Not sure yet. Okay, so thanks a bunch for watching. It's about 7:24 and we've had a 10.5, almost 11-hour day in Epcot. We had a good time. Now we got to figure out parking. Thanks a bunch for watching. Until we do this the next time,
Bye.
fitness and beer.